Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pushups and Cool Music. Today, I am going to do more push-ups because my yesterday's workout was so short and neat. It's like I did 100 push-ups. So now I will try the same approach, 33 and a third for 6 sets. Whatever breaks I need, I'll take. So music will be playing, and I might read up on stoicism and talk about a few things that come to mind. Anyway, what's been on my mind lately the most has been Cobra Kai. I think Cobra Kai is a great show. Every time a new season arrives, I just binge watch it until there is no more Cobra Kai to watch until like a year from now. That's life. What I've noticed in Cobra Kai has been Terry Silver. I recognize his fighting style. I recognized it since Karate Kid 3 that it's Tae Kwon Do. It seems like I have a great affinity for Tae Kwon Do, and that's probably why I trained it so much. And my meniscus injury is improving. I am starting to train a bit of Taekwondo in my apartment, but the doctor said I could train like I used to train in March, so that's not long. So I have to rebuild a lot of leg muscle because I lost a lot of it since my injury. Anyway, and Taekwondo is good for a calm and rational mind. Terry Silver, he's like a villain, but a real Taekwondo man is a good and virtuous person. Uh, Ideally so. But one more cool thing about Terry Silver is that in the beginning of the season, he played La Campanella, composed by Niccolo Paganini, the violinist, the devil's violinist, the violinist who sold his soul to the devil. He wore black. He had like a horse carriage that was black, drawn by black horses. Uh, his reputation even made for a great show. They really thought he sold his soul to the devil for his epic violin skills. Franz Liszt was a piano child prodigy that became washed up as he became an adult. But it's like guys like Mendelssohn and Chopin didn't even think much of him until he saw Paganini perform. He was inspired by Paganini to become a real piano virtuoso. And well, Franz Liszt is among the most well known pianists in history, alongside the likes of Chopin, Mendelssohn, Beethoven, all the great ones. So I think today's cool music for my push ups will be La Campanella, originally composed by Paganini, but also arranged for piano by Franz Liszt. So, uh, just look it up. I'm already starting to whistle it. It's such a good melody. La Campanella piano. Okay, now I'm getting ready to do some push-ups. Oh. A little more sound. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and a third. There you go. Lovely. I am listening to I think he's from Taiwan or China. Lang, the piano virtuoso that plays a lot. Chinese, he's Chinese, I looked it up. Yeah, he's very good at playing Liszt. He even has an album called Liszt, My Piano Hero. Hey. Maybe it's time for a good quote from Marcus Aurelius today as well. The best reply to anger is silence. You don't have to let anyone get you riled up. There is no point in expressing anger at all. You get a lot further by just observing the angry individual. Because then you have a rational answer. If you can answer. If there's only anger and irrational stuff, you don't have to answer anything. That's what I think. People are way too triggered and offended by things. I decided to let nothing offend me anymore. People can say whatever they want. The only thing that's within my control is how I respond to it. Okay, more push-ups. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and the third. Yeah. Whew. That was La Campanella. Have to think about the next one now. Yeah, I have a good one. But since I'm just breathing between push-ups, I'm not gonna put on the next track before I'm ready for the next rep. Now I've completed 66.6 reps. Let's see if there are any other quotes by Marcus Aurelius I can read. So, from his book Meditations, it's very. important book. Hmm. Yes, here is a good one. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Hmm, that's true because our reality is subjective. It depends on how that particular individual sees the world. Because I don't believe in ghosts, I don't believe in supernatural phenomenon. But one of the most rational people I know told me that she could talk to spirits. I'm like, if it was somebody else, I would have just thought, nonsense. But there's someone with a more rational mind than mine because I still have some irrational sides I'm trying to work out and improve upon. Someone who's more rational than me believes that ghosts are real. So for me, it's like, okay, there might be something to it. I don't know. I am very much like a science nerd. I don't believe in anything supernatural. But now there's a side of me that says, who knows? Who knows? So, for the next tune, then, I would do Paganini, Carnival of Venice. When I was a kid, I heard this children's nursery rhyme. Min hatt den har tre kanter har min hatt. It's like my hat, it has three edges has my hat. I had no idea that was Paganini back then. Later I just heard, recognize this melody. Of course, they used like Paganini for a nursery rhyme. But anyway, the devil's violinist for a nursery rhyme for kids. Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, I am ready for it and more push ups. Played by the violinist David Garrett, who actually played the main role in the movie about Paganini, which wasn't very good. I don't think they quite accurately captured his life. Anyway, more push ups. Reaching 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and a third. Whew. 100 push-ups already. That was no sweat at all. Whew. I just imagine that playing an entire concert, playing Paganini's music, would be more of a workout than 100 push-ups. Ooh. One of the best quotes I read today. The best revenge is to be unlike him who gave you the injury, or who performed the injury. That's what the best revenge is, to be unlike the person you want to avenge. Basically, don't go down to their level. Revenge is never an option. It's like you can't undo the harm the other person did by doing more harm. It adds to it only. And that's not very good. Not at all. So that was my point. Revenge is never the solution. You have to rise above the bad deeds of others by showing by example that you can be better than that. I have learned this really the hard way. But anyway, what will be next? I think I'll go with my favorite. One of my favorites. Oh, I'll go back to Vivaldi again. Vivaldi is my favorite composer of all time. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin, Liszt, all those. But I think the one that I listen to the most is Antonio Lucio Vivaldi, the Red Priest, Il Prete Rosso. He was called that because of his red hair, basically, and that was Vivaldi's family traits, you know. But he usually wore those white wigs, and that's how we see Vivaldi being depicted. So anyway, Concerto for Two Violins in A minor. I think this one I go back to all the time. And that is for my next set of push-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 33, 133.3 push-ups done. Only 66.6 left. Little breather, some Vivaldi, and maybe some more Marcus Aurelius. Wow, this one is good. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Well, that's exactly why I'm so interested in personal development and stoicism, because I screwed up way too much in life. I haven't been doing too well for most of my life. I need to develop and grow stronger and do better from now on. My discipline of doing my push-ups every day is a part of it. It's not only for training the muscles. Scientifically, there are probably better methods and more efficient methods of bodybuilding than this. But this keeps me consistent. It keeps me on the level. Being regularly consistent with something gives more result than anything. I use my muscles every day. They have to develop. Anyway. Next set then. It's fitting because now I'm at the second movement of the violin concerto. The calm movement, the adagio that you call in classical music terms. Adagio is calm, relaxing. Yes. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and good. Hold. Ah, man. Okay, time to drink some water. Whew. Need a real breather here. Let's see if I find any more good quotes. This one is good. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own, not of the same blood and birth, but same mind, possessing a share of the divine. And so none of them can hurt me. No one can implicate me in ugliness, nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate him. We were born to work together, like feet, hands, and eyes, like the 2 rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are unnatural. Good one. Yes. is basically to not respond with anger and never expect anyone to be as polite as you. Or it's like people have their own reasons for doing what they do. They have been through things you haven't. So being strict with yourself in the way you conduct yourself around people and being tolerant of others is the ideal way to be. You can tolerate a lot from people if you don't let yourself get offended by it. This is not about being a pushover, it's actually being firm. No one can mess with you if you're firm and not a pushover. And you're not easily offended. If people can't get under your skin, they have no reason to mess with you. Just try to understand what it's like to be the other person. Many reasons for why people are rude are because they're insecure. They have their own demons they need to work out. Just like every one of us, we need to work out our demons and be able to possess divinity, because that's the goal here. But we're all human, but be as divine as we possibly can. Like building a godly physique with push-ups. Anyway. Okay, the Vivaldi concerto is done. Well, I just put on the Vivaldi concerto for organ. I think it's in A minor. Well, no, D minor. This one is good. And this will conclude my last push-ups. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and the third. This concludes our push-ups and cool music for the day. We went through Liszt and Paganini, and then some Vivaldi that will probably be a staple in most of my videos. 200 push-ups completed. I think I will go out and do some pull-ups now to counter all the pushing. And until next time, stay buff. Oh god, no, not a good bicep angle. There you go. Stay buff and have a nice day.